my fucking eyeballs. I got 2 of them.
Knew I was going to kick Frank's ass. That was easy.
I did not expect Pimp with the Limp to be the high scorer of the week.
Hey, just like last year, started slow and then started knocking off the big guys. Not saying that Frank's a big guy.
Literally, yes. Fantasy-wise, no. There was a couple of games that came down to the wire. Willie Mo Buckets loses another heartbreaker.
Shouldn't have been in it in the first place. But that's what happens. You leave me hanging around, I'm going to scare you. Kenyon Drake finally showed up, and that's what I expect moving forward, week in and week out.
I expect that many points total for the rest of the year. 30 more points I could see that happening for the next 7 weeks. Also, Christian Kirk came in clutch with the 80-yard bomb to win me the game. A couple of Cardinals coming up big Monday night.
Chris on the hot seat.
Bring it.
First question, you got a guy on your team who's out partying and getting DUIs mid-season. What do you got to say for a guy like that?
Hey, represent.
I was going to say, is that a philosophy that you run by your team, or is that you just look for those guys in the draft?
I look for character. When I grew up, drinking and driving was a hobby, not a felony.
Well, in Wisconsin, it's still definitely a hobby. You're off to a slow start. Do you miss the draft pick trading? Do you want to tank right now? Or are you a fan of just sticking it out?
Sticking it out, man, all the way. Yeah, that's why I'm not doing too many waivers and all that. Some here and there. I hated dumping Claypool. Had to though because of the Titans situation.
Wait, you had Claypool?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Actually, I think that was like my last draft pick.
You also picked up Fulgham, who I wanted. Are you playing Fulgham? Yep, you are. Okay.
You've been one of the more outspoken owners in this league when it comes to rules, made by the commissioner. If you could make one change to our rules, what would it be?
Commissioner for a day. What do you do?
I'm still not clear on waivers. Is it lowest points to highest, or is it rolling?
This is a great time for me to explain the waivers because I've had a couple of people ask me about it. So it's a rolling waiver, so just think of it as like it's a line, and I think it goes by reverse draft order. That's how it starts in the beginning of the year. Whoever's in first, if they put in a claim and they get a guy, you go to 12, and then it's just go on and so forth. So let's say you're putting in a claim and you're number 6, and someone else is putting the claim at number 9. You're going to get that guy before the other guy, but you'll go to number 12. That guy was at 9 will go to 8. The guy was at 8 go to 7. So it's just kind of like,
Think about Mickey D's. You put in an order before someone else. You want your order to be filled. But then if you want to put in a second order, you're back at the bottom of the list. You got to wait for all those people to get their food.
Depends what you order, man. It's like biscuits and gravy. It's already made, man. You order chicken breast. It's got to get cooked, right?
That's why I've said this too. And I'm not like a big give advice guy because why am I giving people advice? I'm trying to take their money. But a little word of advice to everyone out there: stop putting in waiver claims for kickers.
Tom.
It's Tom. Yes. Just pick one up on Thursday. It'll benefit you in the long run. A lot of good games this week. This isn't one of them. Red Zone won't be showing any of this game, that's for sure. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to have to pick Zoom Sexy Time. Tom's team is in absolute shambles.
He's a shit manager. I'm sorry.
Well, his one good player, Dak, just got hurt for the season. So,
right.
I mean, Ronald Jones has been good, but it's not enough.
When he got home from camping and heard that and saw it, I think he cried a little. Sexy Time. Yeah, definitely.
Is it unanimous, Will?
It is. It's unanimous this week. Might be the only time Zoom Sexy Time will ever be a unanimous pick. But when I look at Tom, he's starting Chase Edmonds. You're welcome for the trade. It doesn't do anything for me. And then we always talk, he starts Valdez Scantling, and you can't win in this league doing that.
I think what's even crazier is Chad, if he eventually wins this game, he's going to be 4-3. He's the Chicago Bears of this league.
Great comparison.
How am I 2-4 and got so many more points than these people?
I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, these two were in a big argument today about whether or not Andy Dalton is a serviceable QB and whether or not he impacts Amari Cooper's value.
Absolutely.
Oh, completely.
If Dalvin Cook was playing, I'd go underwhelming for sure. But I think I'm going to actually have to go ISIS.
After what I did underwhelming last week, I got to go ISIS.
I don't want to agree with you guys, but looking at it, I agree with you. If Dalvin Cook was back, this is a lot better of a matchup. But I think ISIS has this one in the bag. He's pretty solid across the board, especially with his two flexes with Anderson and Fuller. He's set up pretty well to win this week.
He doesn't have
Unanimous again?
Unanimous again. This is a tough one.
I don't know, King of the North. Yeah, Kittle puts him over the top, I think.
Big tight end guy, King of the North.
Don't forget Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde's last week on top, I think, until Le'Veon takes over.
Yeah, totally.
Chris, do you think he's going to run away with the job?
Probably about 60-40 to start. Bell on the low end, but by the end of the year, yeah, Bell's going to have the job.
I sure hope so. I think I'm going to have to go Dalton's okay team here. His running backs, Kamara, just going to have a monster game, I think. And if DeAndre Swift can do what he did last week, he's got a good matchup against the Falcons. And then Hopkins against the Seahawks, another great matchup. I'm going Dalton.
Dalton's got decent star power. I don't think Godwin is as good as he was last year. I think Tom Brady's been spreading that ball around a lot more, and I know he's been injured, but I just think he's going to be fighting for a lot of catches. Also, when I look at the flex positions, I see Cole Beasley, and he's being compared next to DeAndre Swift. I think Swift is going to take the Lions' backfield by storm at this point. I got to go with Dalton.
And I think that's what a lot of these matchups comes down to is the flex spot. A lot of people, have solid starters, but do you have solid flex positions?
I would agree.
That's the difference between a good team and a great team. Saints World just suffered a heartbreaking loss. It'd be interesting to see how his team bounces back. He got lucky with Mostert getting hurt. McKinnon's back in the starting lineup. Yeah, I got to go Big Rich here, though. Julio Jones, Patrick Mahomes, it's just too much. And then I think his flex guys are just better than Juju and Jarvis. Although I don't love A.J. Green. Mike Evans is a great flex.
I got to go with Big Richards, too. Mahomes, he's going to have a good game against Denver. That's a given. Bobby Trees against Chicago. I think he's going to do pretty well.
I don't know if you guys saw Julio Jones last week, but he looked damn good.
I don't think anybody questioned whether or not he was going to be good. It's just going to
just a matter of when.
We talked about last week on the show, we talked about with McKinnon losing that starting spot to Mostert, how Burrow's team was going to kind of fall apart. Like that had been a huge piece. And now with the news that Mostert's done for, that's going to be huge for Burrow. I didn't expect him.
He's not done for the year.
No. But then for like the next few weeks, like it's going to carry him to a couple more. But unfortunately, he's playing Big Richards this week. Even though Burrow wins with running backs, he loses the week.
I think the Philly defense is really going to help him out against the Giants.
Willie Mo Buckets is probably thanking the gods that Michael Thomas is finally back. It might boost him up in the power rankings a little bit here, but he's starting Frank Gore, so maybe not. That being said, CPU's in a rough spot this week. No Thielen, no Mostert. I can't see him winning. I hope he doesn't play Denver defense. That'll probably lose him points, then gain him points. I got to go Willie Mo here. He gets off the schneid. He needs a win bad.
Yeah, well, CPU, I got a soft spot for him. They gave me the first win of my season here, but Willie Mo, all the way.
Unanimous pick for Willie Mo. Everybody's taking him. And we talk about Mostert being out this week, and we've made fun of Boston Scott for weeks.
Right.
And Miles Sanders goes down last week. Boston Scott's going to be starting this week, running back for the Eagles.
He's also got Darren Waller on his bench and Deontay Johnson. So, I mean, he could make this competitive, but who knows?
He has to start Waller. He better get him in there. It's like when Jacksonville plays Miami on Thursday night and you go, it's not two great teams, but it's a great matchup between the two of them. So tough if you look at the lineups because Chris is one of those guys where he's playing as better players in the flex than the actual guys at his receiver spot. Somewhat. A.J. Brown down there. But
that's a savvy veteran move.
That's right. It's called deception. The art of war. Sun Tzu.
When I look at who's deeper in the starting spots, I got to go with Pimp with the Limp.
I agree. superior lineup. My guys are hitting and coming on now. You know, I had a slow start with COVID. Derrick Henry, he's just balling out. Brandon Cooks, he's coming on.
Damn, I didn't realize Brandon Cooks had 31 points 2 weeks ago, and then 20 of them. All right, well, law of averages means he'll have a horrible game this week, so. Here's why I think I'm going to win, Will. And I don't think you took the time enough to actually look at this.
Yeah.
All of Pimp with the Limp's best players, if you go down the list, have tough matchups. Melvin Gordon, I have a Broncos insider living with me, Brooke Houston. Melvin Gordon had strep and got a DUI in the same week. I mean, good luck having a great game from him.
And then that's why he got the DUI to kill the strep.
I don't know if he needed to drive for that. He could have just drank, but he took it a step further.
Well, he was trying to get it on the way home, get a head start on it.
The only thing is I don't know who to start between Christian Kirk, T. Higgins, and Mike Williams. So I'm still debating there. Good problem to have. Too many good players. I'm going with Terry Carr.
Thanks for coming on this week.
Bro, I'm in town.
Shouts to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm 2,800 up for the week. 2,800 up.
Wow, big week.
And that was after taking a $1,300 hit because some idiot friends of mine that don't know how to play. So I went to a different casino by myself and made it back up.
He woke up the next morning with a girl in his bed.
It's not his first rodeo.
Probably not the last either. It's where you get this gray hair from.
Yeah, believe it or not, Chris is only 28.
I know trade talks can get heated, guys. I've been there. Try not to dox each other in the group chat. I know there's a little bit of name calling and stuff going on this week about the trades. Let's keep it in-house, all right?
ISIS tried to rape me.
Hey! In-house.
I don't want my boyfriend getting raped.
Did you hear that?